no drama or like anything bad that's creating this decision to end it. And that happens in a lot of different communities where that does take place, where you have like a big blow up or somebody has a disagreement, etc. Everybody on the admin staff knew that OCRP would be closing next year. They just didn't know the time that it would happen. I've always said it was going to happen before GTA 6, but I really wanted to nail an absolute date down. That way I could give it to all of the members so they aren't blindsided by it. I mean, it's 4 months from now. And they're going to have plenty of opportunities to go to different servers if they want to, or to stay here and play, or whatever they want to do. Because that's the biggest impact is all of the members in OCRP. It has nothing to do with me. It's always been my pleasure to provide a place that people could, come together as friends and RP and act goofy and stupid, and all of that. So it's always been about the member. I've always put the members first. I don't sit here and stream OCRP 18 hours a day to make money from it or anything like that, or even to recover funds. It's part of just a stupid hobby I've always had, which is the same stupid hobby we all do, which is role-playing and improv. And that's the reason why it was created. With the many iterations and different admin staff we had like Nazi Germany days where people were just getting axed left and right. We've had so many different power struggles and so many different things that have happened in prior admin teams. But I'm very, very proud of the one we had towards the end. It really did give ourselves a nice send-off where we had like a lot more discussions, and I think we really made OCRP a much better place in the long run rather than what it was in the beginning. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing back in 2018. I had no clue. And then it wasn't until this year when I started learning dev of 5M. It was in 2021 when I took it over from Dave. That's when it started. But I didn't really learn everything until this year. This year was a huge wake-up call on the development side and actually doing development work, instead of just calling yourself a dev or whatever. That took a toll, but the thing is this is a culmination of just, probably the past 3 years. Back in 2021, a lot of people don't know, we almost closed the doors in 2021. We had 3 people on every night. We had Carl on there. Carl just lived on the damn server at that point. He's our MVP for sure during the low days of OCRP. But back in 2021, we almost closed the doors completely. And then went in and restructured things, and I fell in love with, building it up again and getting into a good spot. And then moving on these many years later, started the development of the live server. And that was probably kind of the final nail in the coffin, because building the live server was very expensive to get off the ground. Number one, it was a huge investment up front to get everything where I needed it. And then came all of the bugs and all that stuff that, were associated with releasing it out of beta. And it sometimes we got treated a little bit like we were a Steam game that somebody was on a discussions forum, just, berating us every day, in a very negative manner. And they're not even here anymore, so it doesn't even matter. But those kind of things were like added pressure on top of, because every single time we'd make a decision, I'm like, who am I to make a decision? Like, I get it. You got to have a hierarchy or whatever where you make decisions. It's the way things go in society. But I've never enjoyed the role that I was in. I didn't think I had the right to say yes or no on certain things of how something in the server should be run. And I was like, man, I really just don't. I just want to be a member so bad. But I don't want to sell OCRP. I had somebody ask we've been asked to buy OCRP a few times, but I was like, these people are not for sale, number one. Every one of these members here are what created this place and continue to make it what it is. Otherwise, like I said before, we'd be a rinky-dink, just little 5M server with a few friends on it to play. But that's not what it became. It became something much bigger. So I never wanted to see OCRP become a Temu version of OCRP, be under a different staff that would run it into the ground, or everybody would be like, OCRP sucks and this is going on, and the fall of OCRP because of, this change of power and all that garbage. I would much rather have it on my own terms, go out in a positive light, kind of like, with 5PD. We ended in a great spot. It was a great series, but we didn't run it into the ground to where people hated it, Same thing with OCRP, though. It's one of those things where I just don't want to ever see it become something that it isn't. And I think that pushing it off into the sunset in February is going to be just such a liberating thing for everybody. It is sad, and I don't want people to think that I don't have an emotional attachment. Are you fucking kidding me? I have such an emotional attachment, probably an unhealthy one, to the fact where I was jumping out of bed at 3 a.m. because something admin related happened. We had to put that fire out now. We had to do this, and this was on a consistent basis. Where I was like, what am I doing with my life? I'm jumping out of bed at 3 a.m. to put to be like, oh, are we gonna ban this person, or what's gonna happen with this, and have a conversation about it? Shit like that just doesn't really matter. And I really wish we could have opened the doors to everybody. I know there's a lot of people who have always wanted to get into OCRP, but I wish we were like a public server. But being a public server opens up the doors to so much calamity and just terribleness that we have seen out there. But I really wish we could have gotten everybody in. And the volunteers that, took the time to go through applications. I mean, we're talking about, so many people, Brain Gap, Heavy, Kim, so many people. Kim went above and beyond and did like an insane amount of applications, like 3,000 or something. But without them, we wouldn't have grown the way that we did. And without it being the community, it wouldn't have ever have happened. And it seems unfair to people that don't understand that I just don't want to do it anymore. That's the absolute bottom line. There's no other reason other than, it's going to be just after our 8th birthday. So 8 years of OCRP before it closes. They were great 8 years. And I'm so mentally exhausted from running this place, and from dealing with the admin ticket system to dealing with all of the bullshit behind the scenes, like literally having my service provider not allowing us to even log into the server because they had a problem in the back end and things like that. Like right when I'm going out the door to Vegas recently, and all of those things is like, I've got a lot on my plate. I do YouTube. I stream. I try to make music in my very limited free time. I think after OCRP, I've been making a lot more music. And then trying to balance a life on top of that. And then dealing with, my contracts and my sponsors and stuff like that I have on the channel. It's so much stuff behind the scenes that it's like I'd always bite off more than I can chew in any endeavor I get into. I'm an obsessive person when it comes to a new hobby or a hobby. Like flight sim, I'll be like, I gotta have it. Like NASCAR, I gotta play this all the time. And I've always been that way. And I'm a jack of all trades. I try so many different things all at once until it's unhealthy. And 8 years, I'm mentally exhausted from it. I wouldn't even call it burnout. I would just say that I just don't want to run one anymore. I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the admin. I don't want to be the red name. I demoted myself. I made myself a blue name in the Discord to make it more approachable to people, but I don't want to do it anymore. That's the absolute bottom line. And I have to really, really thank all of the amazing members that have been making videos recently and have supported me during it, and understand and empathize that I am a human being, that, this does bother me. Closing it does bother me because it's something that's been going for so long. I think it's a necessary step forward. I won't be stopping, and there's a confusion there that I don't know why a lot of people think that OCRP and GTA 5 RP are the same thing. It's not. It's just a label for that. It's a community, and there's so many different communities out there. So there will be a transition phase after February where we're going to just probably do what we did before. Remember, we had a 5PD server, and we just made our own RP and invited people or whatever it was? Same thing will happen. And then GTA 6 will be at our door before then. But I do want to make a final note. GTA 6 has nothing to do with this decision. It just happens to be around that time to transition to something different. Because I was like, I'm I'm not ever going to play GTA 5 after 6 is out. I'm going to move on like I did with 4. And I don't need to continue to pour money and continue to pour my energy into a place that I'm not even going to play on. You know what I mean? So it's bittersweet, as a lot of people have said. And I will do nothing but everything in my power to help support all of the creators that are here at OCRP and their future endeavors. I follow a lot of them. I encourage you to do the same. Right now in YouTube, you can just type in OCRP, go to the filters, go to live. You'll see all the people that are live right now. Give them a subscribe, give them a like, say hello in their chat. They're super friendly people. It's the reason why OCRP is what it was and is. 4 more months, 4 more long months. Don't get my words twisted. Months. It's a long time. So I'm going to make the best of it all the way till the end, and then we're going to transition into new things. But that's my final say on it. You are all very welcome. Thank you very much for the love and support. Again, it's been awesome. I'm not going to stop doing RP. Like, even after OCRP closes its doors, maybe I'll join a different community and, you know, do my characters there for a couple months before GTA 6 hits. I've never been a purist when it comes to RP. I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's a matter of, like, if you own a place, you're not allowed to play anywhere else. And it's kind of that pressure of that, of like, it's a bad optic. If you're playing on a different server, then what's the point of you even having a server and you're not supporting your community and blah, 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 blah. But it's always pigeonholed me and I can't go play anywhere else. I want to. That's pretty much my final say on everything. OCRP is still very much alive. Check out this video where we did the Sandy Shores 500 and the cops spiked us.